Are you looking for a good protein bar to incorporate into your regime? Well, there's a lot of crap out there. So today we are going to crack the code on the best two bars to include if you need something just as a grab and go, if you're traveling, if you just want to keep something in your desk at work, if you're out running errands, just something that you can rely on. Because a lot of the bars out there are just glorified candy bars. So what can you do to set yourself up for success? Welcome to Tailored Health. This channel is all about sharing a tip, tool, or technique for you to help you be your healthiest self. And I'm Taylor Wessel, nutritionist, owner, founder of Tailored Health. So stay tuned if you are interested, and subscribe if you're interested in learning more of these health hacks to incorporate into your daily regime. Small, simple steps that will help you do better over the long haul. So today we are talking about protein bars, and there is a lot of junk on the market, from bars that are loaded with soy isolates. Soy is an endocrine disruptor and oftentimes inflammatory for a lot of people. So soy isolates, whey protein, which a lot of people also react to dairy, or there's milk proteins in there. There's a lot of sugars, very many different sugar sources. One of the bars that I used to go to all the time and kind of refer clients to was Lara Bar. There's only usually 3 ingredients on the label, dates, whatever kind of fruit, and possibly chocolate chips or coconut. So these are real food ingredients, but if you looked at the amount of sugars that were in each of those bars, it was like 25, 26 grams. So it's important when you are looking for a protein bar that you flip over and look at the macronutrients. Make sure that the calories are in check. They should be between 200 and 250 calories for a snack that will take you for a couple hours if it needs to and satisfy you. You want to look at the fat, but not be too crazy about keeping this on a low end of the spectrum. You want to look at, most importantly, protein, aiming for at least 12 grams of protein a bar, if not 15. You want to look at the fiber. Fiber is what keeps you full for longer, so at least 3 grams of fiber. And besides protein, the second most important thing to look for is the amount of sugars per bar. You want to keep this as low as possible, preferably under 10 grams. And even better would be to keep it under 5 grams of sugar per bar, because sugar is what increases insulin, your fat storage hormone, and keeps you on this high-low blood sugar imbalance, swings throughout the day that affects your energy, affects your moods, and drives cravings. The point is that these bars are supposed to keep you stabilized and keep you full in between meals, not drive your hunger and drive your need for more carbs and more sugar later in the day. So besides looking at the macronutrients, certainly important, we want to start there, but you gotta drop down and look at the ingredient list. And make sure that number 1, you can read all of the ingredients. They are real food ingredients that you recognize and acknowledge because you've seen that on a shelf, or it's a fruit, it's a vegetable, it's a dried fruit, it's a sugar source that you understand. It's not these long chemical-laden scientific names that might be sneaky and hiding other chemicals within them. The bottom line is, the more chemicals that we have in our diet, the worse off that we'll be functioning and the more stressed out that our liver is. And when the liver is overburdened with toxicity, our hormones aren't balanced, we will be more hungry, we will crave things more often, and we won't be efficient at burning fat for fuel. We'll be holding on to inflammation, puffiness, and that comes off as weight gain. A lot of times I see women who are struggling with weight, and we gotta clean out the liver. So the less sugars, the less chemicals that we have, the better off. So you want to look for, avoiding those long chemical names as far as ingredients are. You want to look for real food first. You want to see where the protein source is coming from. Is it coming from nuts and seeds? Or is it coming from rice, from pea? That would be plant-based protein. What I like to go for is collagen protein. I find that with clients, it's the easiest burning and it's the easiest on digestion. Great for hair, skin, nails. Collagen makes up 70% of the protein within our body. It's essentially the glue that holds together all of our ligaments, our bones, our tendons, our joints, all of the structures within our body. So we need more collagen. We're not getting it from meat because we're eating the muscle meat. We're not eating bones like, animals go for the bones and the organs because those are the highest concentration of nutrients. We eat the muscle meat, which is just simply protein, no collagen, no gelatin, and lacking all of those minerals that we do need. Another sidebar. So you want to look at the protein source, preferably going for collagen protein. Next, you want to look at all of the sources of sugar. So how many ingredients that are labeled there are sugar, whether it's cane sugar or dates or honey or starches. Starches are simply sugars that convert over in the body, and on an ingredient label, it will start with what is most abundant and trickle down from there. So if the first ingredient is something with sugar, whether it be dates or it be cane sugar, that would be probably one that you want to pass on. Looking for artificial sweeteners too, because those are oftentimes even more damaging than real sugar because they trick your brain into thinking calories are coming in sugar, so you start releasing the hormonal cascade to break that down, and when it doesn't follow, it makes you more hungry and crave more. Another thing that you want to be mindful of and look for is natural flavors. So this is a little loophole that oftentimes food manufacturers can get around, and they can hide up to 100 different chemicals within this term natural flavors. So be very mindful and just know your brands. If you're sourcing from a trusted brand, the natural flavors might be coming from essences of plants, herbs, essential oils, that sort of thing, rather than chemicals manufactured in a laboratory. So let's cut to the chase. What are the 2 bars that I recommend? Well, the first one is Primal Kitchen. This is a collagen bar. It's packed with protein, packed with fiber. There's only 3 grams of sugar in here, 200 calories, really well balanced. Collagen is the protein source. All ingredients that you can read. There's no artificial sugars. The sugar is honey coming from here or monk fruit. Monk fruit and stevia are the 2 sugars that I would recommend looking for, as those are processed the best if you're going to go for a no calorie sweetener, and honey is one of the natural sweeteners that I recommend. But low sugar as well. This will keep you stabilized, your blood sugar stabilized for a couple hours after eating. Sometimes I'll rely on this just even for a quick and easy breakfast option, just to get me until I get my green smoothie in. Another one is Bulletproof, makes a collagen protein bar. Now this doesn't keep me as full as the Primal Kitchen bar, but it is still packed with protein, a little bit less. It's 12 grams of protein instead of 15 in the other bar. There is a good amount of fiber, it's lower in sugar, and also has a good macronutrient ratio with the calories and the fat. So whether you're going for Primal Kitchen or Bulletproof, one or the other of these bars, it's great to keep healthy snacks on hand for those busy days, or just back up if you're at the office and don't get a chance to get to lunch, or to have something after work so that you don't come home hangry, or say you're a working mom and you're running errands, just to have something in your purse so that if you get stuck out or there's an emergency with a kid, you at least have something to go to, so you don't end up overeating later and getting all bingy about it. That's what we're trying to avoid. So protein bars, sure, if you could just eat real food all the time, that would be most preferred, but let's be real. We are running around like crazy people and we're looking for quick and easy solutions. So by incorporating those 2 bars into your regime, at least having them on hand, maybe you don't eat them every single day, but you just have them as a quick and easy grab and go, you will set yourself up for success versus letting yourself get too hungry by not snacking on anything and then over consuming. I hope this helped you. If it did, like it, give it a share to somebody who is eating those crap bars. Even RX bars aren't all that great. They're a little bit more balanced, but they're pretty high in sugar. So whether it's RX bars or Lara bars, which are more natural on the end of spectrum of protein bars, or you're eating something that's like an isogenics or even Arbonne, not to throw anybody under the bus, but I like to go for as clean of ingredients as possible, so look for those 2 bars that I recommended. If you're interested in more tips like this, just breaking down some of the food options that we have out there and giving you better solutions, subscribe, because next week on Wednesday, I'll be coming to you with a brand new tip or tool that will help take you through next week.